Well, GameStop's shares tanked yesterday as trading platforms placed restrictions on the stock after days of wild gains.
This is because small traders were finding success while some of Wall Street's most sophisticated investors were dealing with huge losses. So joining us to tell us more is Brian Shortz, who spent years on Wall Street as a former institutional trader. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
We're doing pretty well, Brian. Thanks for being with us. First of all, explain exactly what's happening here for those folks who maybe aren't really tied into all this.
Okay. Well, first of all, really the genesis of this started on an online website called Wall Street Bets, which is part of Reddit. And Reddit is it's a website where people can gather and talk about different types of activities, whether it's stock related or it could be different interests that they have. Well, there's one subreddit called Wall Street Bets, and it's basically a forum where people can gather and exchange ideas. They could be exchanging ideas about EV stocks or other types of technology stocks. Well, in terms of this particular trade, it started probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, where one person had an idea regarding GameStop, and the idea was that it was twofold. One, this fundamental idea where the company was undervalued. There was a new manager who came in who bought probably over 10% of the company. This person, his name is Ryan Cohen. He used to run and he founded Chewy, which is the online pet shopping store. So the notion was, number one, this guy was going to come in and change the company, make it more digital. And number two, there was this interesting technical phenomenon going on regarding a large number of short sellers in the stock.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit now about what happened and what this really means. I mean, this is very eye-opening for a lot of people, and it's a big deal.
Yeah, sure. So, I mentioned the fundamental aspect, which was this belief that the company was cheap because it was going to be turned around. But what really got people's attention was this notion of a large short position. And when I talk about a short position, when you trade stocks, you can either buy it from the long side, meaning you want the company's performance to do better so the stock price goes up. The other side is trading it from the short side, meaning you want the stock price to go down. And the way that a short sale works is that, let me use an analogy. So let's say you buy a new iPhone 12. It costs $1,000, and you have, one of your kids knows that you buy it. But they get it from, it's delivered via UPS. They take it before you actually get it. They're borrowing that phone from you. Your kid needs some money. So what they do is your child sells that phone. Now, in order to, make sure that, your parent isn't upset, they need to deliver that phone back. So what does your kid do? Well, they can do a couple things. They can go to Best Buy and maybe buy it there, but what they realize is that the price is more than what they sold it for. So let's say, this person sold it for $1,000, but at Best Buy it's $1,050. But let's say they can also buy the identical phone on Craigslist for $900. Well, that's where the profit comes in. So if they sold the phone for $1,000, they can buy it back for $900, and then your son will deliver that identical phone to you. So in a short sale, what you're doing is you're borrowing a stock because you certainly can't sell a stock that you don't own. You're borrowing it to sell it. You hope that the price goes down, so then you can buy it back at a lower price. Well, what happened with GameStop is that there was a massive short position by many investors, one large hedge fund called Melvin Capital. And so the technical aspect was that these traders, the traders on Wall Street Bets realized that there was a short position. If they could gather enough momentum, it would force the price to go up because Melvin Capital would have to cover their short, and then you would get this massive short squeeze, and that's what's happened the last couple of days.
All right, very good. Appreciate the information this morning. Thanks for being with us, Brian. We appreciate it.